We have somebody in chat already.
Tip of the day. Tip of the day. And I'm going to have a tip on the Apple Watch. A couple of tips on the Apple Watch. Did you know that you can find your phone if you have? Well, let me introduce it this way. I oftentimes know my phone's in the house somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
Sounds familiar.
And if you have an Apple Watch, you go to something called the Control Center, and I'll show you that. What I'm going to do is mirror my watch on the there. That's my watch.
Don't
Right?
see it.
You don't. Oh,
You have to share.
thank you. Thank you. Good point. Share screen. We're going to share that screen and share. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
come on.
And if I put my finger up at the top of the screen and pull down like so, I'm sorry, I put my finger at the bottom of the screen and pull up, and I get something called the Control Center. And we'll talk more about that later.
Oh,
But you notice the little icon that's right here.
yeah, yeah,
If you tap that,
It's
it will
flowers.
sound your
Yeah.
phone.
I've seen them and I saw that you.
Hi,
had
Can you mute everybody?
I'm doing a Zoom call.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Does that make sense to everybody?
Could you repeat what you just said? I couldn't hear with the other
I
voices.
understand.
Thank you.
If I scroll up from the bottom of the screen, I get that particular view. It's called the Control Center on your watch, same as it would be on the, similar to what it is on the phone. And then you tap this little icon. And when you do that, your phone will sound. So you'll be able to find your phone.
That is a great tip of the day.
I've
Bill?
watched. Yes.
I just tried. Told me it's in Venice, Florida.
It didn't make a sound?
No,
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute.
That's because Peter's not in Venice, Florida.
yes,
It, are you doing this on your watch, Peter?
yes,
And you went to the Control Center and you tapped that little icon.
right. Followed your instructions implicitly.
You
And-
did what?
Comes up with all of the devices.
No, you went to Find My. If it shows you where all your devices are.
Yes, that's correct.
I'm not suggesting you do that.
Sorry about that.
Okay, you go to the Control Center and then tap right here on your watch.
Did that.
And it should make us, and then that should be making a sound on your watch, on your phone.
I got a notice saying that I needed to press a button to activate the Find My, which I did. And still nothing.
Huh. Are your
Open Find My watches. Okay. It says open Find My watches, find my device. And then there's my iPhone and my MacBook and my watch and my
right?
and when I press it, it says at Pelican Point in Venice, Florida.
Right, and you can probably, on that screen, you can, it says, make a sound.
Actually,
or
there's a
something.
map, and a blue pulse pointer,
You're looking on your phone or your iPad or your watch?
a watch.
Interesting. That I haven't had happen. Right?
What watch do you have, Peter? You're muted.
iPhone 5, iWatch 5.
It should make the sound. But you're telling me it doesn't.
Correct.
When you
Forget the
tap-
sound, it's, when it says Venice, Florida, that's like, pretty
No, no, no.
general area.
I understand that. I assume your phone is in your hand. Is that correct?
That's correct. Here it is. Right
When
here.
you tap, does it look like what I'm pointing at right now?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, does it look like this thing? On your watch? No, you're muted, Peter.
Bill,
Going
you-
back to asking for my password.
Bill, you haven't shared your screen again.
I'm sharing my
Yes.
screen, aren't I, with everybody?
Yes, you're shared.
Yeah, it's here.
I can only see your face.
Well, you're did something not correct then, if you're not seeing the shared screen.
What can I do?
I log out and log back in. I'll let you back in.
Okay.
First, check that you're on speaker view.
Is there a possibility that that kind of thing can happen on your iPad to find your phone?
No,
Thank you.
well, no, that's different. You could find my, there's an app called Find My that you
Mhm.
could use. But this is the watch class.
I know that, but I don't have a watch, but I have an iPad and I just thought I'd ask.
Yep, you can do
Bill?
Find My on your iPad. Yes.
Bill, I solved the
What
problem.
version watch do you have?
No, he just said he solved the problem. What version watch
If
do I
I
have?
scroll
Yeah.
down, if I scroll down on that screen, when I hit the, it says Peter's iPad, and I click on that, and then there's a map, and then I keep scrolling, and there's a little a blue arrow saying play sound,
Yeah,
and it's off. So when you click it, it plays the sound.
I know, and that's on your watch,
Yes,
and you're not using Find My. That's interesting.
probably every model watch is a little bit different.
Yeah.
No, not for this feature. I didn't think it was.
Bill, what's the version of your watch?
My watch is an 8.
Yeah, so's mine.
The reason I got it is so I could do what I'm just doing now, and that's project it. Right now, you're looking at your screen at my watch that's being projected from my watch to my iPhone.
Wow.
And then I'm mirroring it onto the computer so you can see it. How can you check the level of the battery on your iPhone or iWatch?
In settings.
It's right there beside where the phone is. It's right there. So my
Right,
watch
Apple,
is at
yeah.
99%.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's in the control center as well.
What is Apple Watch mirroring?
What, Apple Play mirroring?
No,
Is that what
Apple,
you call?
you, at the very top of your screen, it says Apple Watch mirroring.
Yes.
What is that?
Oh, my.
This could get complicated.
Okay,
will.
all right, another
Yeah,
time,
that's
another time.
In a couple of sentences. On my phone, I go to settings, accessibility, and then Apple Watch mirroring. And when I turn that on, what appears on my phone is what I have on the watch. So now the screen you see here is actually my watch face. Okay?
fine.
So that's what Apple Watch mirroring is. I'm mirroring my watch onto my phone. And then I'm mirroring my phone onto my computer.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
why you
just a-
can see it.
I can't find my mirroring on my phone.
Say that again, Sharon?
I can't find the mirroring on my phone. I'm under accessibility.
You have to have an Apple Watch 8.
Oh, no, I only have a 5.
I understand.
Okay.
Bill, do you have to do anything on your Apple Watch 8 in order to sync it,
In order to do what?
to mirror it? I mean, I pulled it up on my phone, but it just connecting, it's just spinning.
Yeah, I have that happen every once in a while and I have to restart it.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Bill, how do you know what Apple Watch number you have?
Good point. I was going to get there, Ann. All right. Let me do a little work here. And we start there with the class, actually. We get rid of tips. And first of all, come on. No, not that one. First of all, this is the different Apple Watches. I don't have the 8 on this list. And these are all the features each watch has. And I think I have a, let me go
Need to
here.
scroll down a little bit so we can see what the whole thing you're looking at.
I know, hold on. Here we go. So here's a comparison of all the watches. Right, back through series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and what they came out with last year, when they came out with the 8, they came out with the Ultra. This is the athlete's scuba diver and watch. Is the Ultra. And here's the sizes of them. What the case material's made of. Well, I don't have the prices listed there. and the different features each watch has, like blood oxygen level was in the Ultra, the 8, the 7, and the 6, not in the 5.
It says yes under Series 5.
I'm sorry. Ultra, 7, 6, and 5, and then it's not in the 4. Magnetic compass. So you can see the various features they add over time in the various watches.
Can you
Well,
put, could you put the link to this in the chat if it's,
Oh, I'm going to do better than that. I'm gonna-
okay?
In the when I send you the video of this class, I
Mhm.
will send you a whole bunch of literature, including a complete manual about the Apple Watch.
Thank you.
All right. So you'll have a whole bunch of information to deal with, including this list. Okay.
Thank you. Helpful.
Oh, yeah. Now, how do you find out which watch you have?
Easy, easy
look at-
peasy.
Yeah, right. You look at the
It
back
is.
of your watch. Let me move this screen over there. The back of your watch looks like this. And up here at the top is the model number in very small print.
Oh, it's horrible.
And it looks like this up there. Mine says 8. And that back of your watch gets all cruddy, by the way. So you might want to get a toothbrush and maybe some little alcohol and clean it off every once in a while. But on the back, it would take a magnifying glass for you to see the model number of your watch.
Bill, you can also find it in your Apple ID on your phone.
You can, on your phone, where do you look?
In your Apple ID. That I call it my picture.
Your
The
Apple
first
ID.
item in settings.
Let me go there because I didn't know that. So let me go there. I
Yeah.
go to settings.
Go to settings, go to the top one, Apple ID,
Hit
and
your name.
then scroll
then
down
what?
and show all your devices.
Where down here?
I don't know where you're down here.
Yes,
is.
that's perfect.
Yeah, there it is.
There
Apple
it
Watch
is.
Series 8. Yes.
Good
Yeah.
for you,
Thank you.
Barbara.
Yeah, much easier than taking out a magnifying glass and a scrub brush.
Good one. Good one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Could you
All
go
right.
over again, please?
Where is that? You go to settings. You tap your name at the top of the screen. No wonder you can't tell what I'm doing. Okay, you go to settings on your phone, tap your name at the top, and you scroll down to list all the devices that you have that are Apple related or other. And right there it says my Apple Watch is a Series 8.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, works nicely. Your watch has several buttons on it, so let's cover the buttons.
Yeah.
Right? Unless you have an Ultra, Ultra has another button over on this side. But if you have this particular one, you have this button, and it's called the crown. And this one has many names. I like to call it the power button. But let's just call it the button. So you have a button here and a crown up here. And this little graph says if you click it once, you get the app list. You click it twice and you get the recent apps you used, and you press and hold it and you get Siri. Now we'll be covering these things, but the point here is you click it once, twice, or click and hold. The same goes for the button. You click it once to open apps. You click it twice to get the Apple Pay to come up. That's your credit card. And you press and hold it to get your emergency notification. So you can try that, right? Press it once, twice, and then press and hold each one to see what it does. Your watch also has some holes in it.
If you press the emergency by accident, how do you stop it?
Cancel. Hit cancel, quick.
Where's cancel on the phone?
We're talking about a watch.
We're talking about a watch. Well, let's see, 1, 2,
It's
oh,
also on the top.
I think it's on the top left.
yeah, it says cancel on the top left.
Yeah.
Okay, so you also have holes on your watch. One is right here on the side there.
I don't see it.
There. On the other side of your watch, you have some grooves, and that's your speakers. If you take off one of the sides, you'll notice there's a hole there too. It's a barometric altitude meter. And it lets you know how high or what your elevation is.
0.
Not quite zero, but we're a couple feet up.
How do you mean take off one of the sides?
One of the straps. Don't do it, but I'm just
No.
telling you. Okay. You push the button right here to slide the strap off.
Is
Not
there
here.
a trick pushing that button, Bill? Because
It's yeah, it's fingernails and push.
But you have to actually take the strap off before you can see your altitude. Is that correct?
No. No, that's the sensor. So it knows how high you are without taking the strap off.
Oh, okay, all right, fine. And you can find the information elsewhere, I assume.
Yes, Carol.
If you can't
Alright.
do.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, that was cool. I like that. There's also actually a port under there that the technician uses to plug into your watch to do work on it. And those are a couple of things that are kind of hidden that you wouldn't even know is there.
So you could use it like a word pad?
Mhm.
I don't know what you're saying there.
You said there's something you could take off so that you could do your work there. And I was wondering, does that mean?
A technician can do the work.
Thank
Do
you.
their work. If there's something wrong with your watch, they would take off the band
Okay,
and plug in their device and try to determine what's wrong.
okay.
Bill, I cannot take out the band, but I have also a cover on it. Could that be the reason?
I don't know.
I've tried and tried, but I cannot do it.
It's hard.
It is difficult, and somebody would have to show you probably, and I can't demonstrate it here.
Because it's
But
black on black.
You push the button and slide, and it comes out.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it
Bill.
does.
Bill, does it matter what direction you slide in towards the buttons or the other way?
Nope, doesn't make any difference.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to change my band ever again.
My experience has been you can go to your vendor, like I went to T-Mobile, and they were very gracious, you know, they see
Right.
great gray hair coming in and they're willing to help. So if
And
you-
that's what I was thinking too. Best Buy, here I come.
Yeah, just go in and, you know, Verizon or T-Mobile or whoever your person is, and they'll do it for you.
Yeah, but it's so much fun. I've got about 20 watch bands and I change it.
Well,
Oh, I
once you
can't
see,
deal with that.
once you see them do it, you acquire some confidence. It will work. It will work.
And there's probably 10 YouTube videos out there floating
You're
around.
right.
That's true. That's true. All right, let's see. So we've covered the external parts of your phone, right? You can also do gestures on your phone, right? There's 5 gestures. There's you tap the watch face. There's press and hold the watch face. You tap it to select something. You tap and hold, for example, to change the watch face, and we'll do that a little later. You can drag your finger from the left or to the right to scroll. And you can also sweep up and down.
What does the drag and the swipe do for you?
We'll cover that as we
Okay.
go. I'm
All
just
right.
pointing out that dragging it left or right, right? And swipe it up and down. Okay. For example, if I put my finger on my watch here and I pull it this way or
We
this
don't
way.
see your watch, Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry. If I put my finger on my watch here or here and drag it left or right, I get different watch faces. Get the idea? Now you may only have one watch face, so don't worry about that right now. You can put your finger on the bottom and drag up, and you'll get the control center, which we've done already. If you put and then you can sweep down from the top to get back to your home screen or your watch face. And you can start at the top and pull down to get something called the notification center. Again, very
Bill,
similar to how your
My
phone.
watch just sometimes it just gets dark and then it comes back on. Do you know why? It's light now, but 2 minutes ago it was dark and I couldn't see anything. And
I had the same situation.
Well, what it will do, depending on how old your watch is it goes to sleep. And you tap the
gets-
screen to wake it up.
okay, thank you.
Okay. So let's spend a little time. Let's spend a little time on the settings. Yes. If you press the crown once, you get a list. See the list? Now you may get a grid that looks like that. Does your grid look like mine or not?
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, mine's a list. I couldn't stand that.
That is tough to work with, but you can
Yeah.
spin the crown to make them bigger. And then you can put your finger on it and sweep across to get different. I wonder if this works. Nope. Sweep across to get different apps you might be after. I find this incredibly difficult to use.
Oh, I hated it. I hated it.
And the way you get it to change,
Should put it in list.
you switch it to list view. Well, how do you do
Yeah.
that? If you press and hold the crown or the face of the watch, it comes up and says grid view or list view. Switch it to list view. And then you can spin the crown. And I'm spinning the crown now to go through the various applications, and they're in alphabetic order.
Much easier.
Okay? So far, so good?
Yep.
I'm lost. I spin it and I get my notifications.
No, are you looking at the list? And
Well, I thought yeah, I think I am.
press the crown once, and what happens? Well, something happened. What's on your face of your watch? I got
Gary was listening to us.
What do you mean by the crown when you say press the crown watch?
that's this object here where I'm pointing, right? Let me get this out of the way.
That looks like what you would normally wind your watch with.
That's what they call it on a watch. They call it the crown.
Didn't know that.
Okay. So I have a face now. If I press and release the crown once, it gives me the list of apps that I have. And then whenever you're at a particular place, it's a good idea to spin the crown to see what it does. Sometimes it magnifies, sometimes it increases the volume. It depends on the application that's on the face, what the crown will do when spinning it.
Well, okay, I'm with you here.
Say again, please, Ann.
I'm with you here.
Okay, so you got the list of applications?
Yes, I do.
And now if you spin the crown,
Are you saying extend or spin?
I'm saying spin. It, yeah, this one doesn't extend.
But this
Right.
this actually takes it to the bottom of the list.
Well, it'll go the whole way through, go the other way, and it'll take it to the top.
Yeah, but if I hit it too hard, it goes to workout.
We don't, that's, I'm just suggesting putting your finger and spinning it up and down, not turning it. Put your finger, I don't know how to show you this. I'm putting my finger halfway on the screen and halfway on the crown and pulling it up and down.
Pulling up and down on the crown, is that, or?
Yes, not, I'm spinning the crown. I'm not, I'm not pressing the crown.
Nothing happens when I'm spinning it. I don't,
It
If you're
works
on-
fine.
It depends on where you are.
okay, I'm on the watch face.
No, you have to go to the list of applications, for
Oh,
example.
okay, all right, fine. Thank you.
Yeah, I think many of you are trying to grab the crown with 2 fingers and turn it.
Well, yeah,
Just-
we're spinning it like you would wind a watch.
Don't do it that way. Just put your finger half on the screen, half on the crown, and pull it up and down.
And that little bar that appears on the screen is showing what you're doing with the crown.
You see the little bar right here
Yeah,
where the arrow is? See it going up and down?
Mhm.
and is that showing what you are doing on the crown with the
No,
crown?
it just says you're spinning the crown to the beginning or end.
Well, Bill, it's much easier to wind it like you do a watch and it does the same thing.
Well, if you want, but it's going to be on your wrist, so it's hard to do that when it's on your wrist.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Let's spend a little time on those watch faces, right? I'm going through the various watch faces that I have. There's a nice one, right? If I touch the watch face, for example, on this one, it changes and becomes a video. And this one has flowers opening. And what I'm doing is I'm just tapping the watch face for that face to change. These are all different watch faces that I've got.
Where did you get them?
I'm going to talk about that.
Okay,
I'm
thanks.
whetting your appetite. For example, this one. If I tap the watch face, if I tap it again, okay, obviously this is one that I love. I use it all the time.
I'm bored with mine. That's why I want a new one. I'm bored. I'm bored with the watch face.
Now, if you look at this watch face, I want to point out some things. What they've done is tried to put, in addition to the time, they put other things on it, and they call them complications.
Just so crazy.
Let me, yeah, I love that name. For example, on this watch face, I have the outside temperature. I have a translate. So this one gives me the outside temperature. This one, if I tap, I can talk to my watch and translate from one language to another. This one gives me a stopwatch or a timer. And what's this one? 4050-02-002. I'm not even sure what that one is. Somebody just sent me a message. Right? This is an exercise application that it opens. This is my ECG. This is the date. And here, this one will give me my heart rate. So I have all these different things, right? To tell me as various things or access to other things on my watch face. They call them complications.
Can you change what's on there or do they automatically
Yes.
change?
Say
can
that again,
change.
please.
Can
Say
you,
that-
can you put on there what you want by changing it?
Yes.
Not
Yes.
quite everything you want, but yeah, you can put a lot of different things. Like, I know I have dinner with Matt and Judy this evening at 5 o'clock. So that's what's on my calendar. So that's a complication as well. Get the idea? And those complications, depending on the screen you get, you have more or less of them. For example, that one doesn't have many complications at all. I think the only one that's there is the battery at the top of the screen there. By the way, just in passing, you see the little red dot? That says I have a message.
Ah,
And I'll be sending you a, one of the things I send you will be all the different icons that can appear on your watch. Up there.
You have a message from on a text message, an email message? Does it tell you?
That's a text message.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Bill, how come you have so many watch faces and I only have 4?
Well, why do you think?
It's it's the
Because it's
version
more
you have.
classes.
He gets bored too.
App has tons. And they change by the different holidays, and the one I have is got butterflies and the wings flap, and at the bottom it tells me what my heart rate is. So there's tons of them.
Or the
What
butterflies.
we're gonna do, what we're gonna do is talk about how you change it.
Yay.
You can do it on the watch itself, or you can do it using the application on your iPhone. I'm going to
Much
start out,
easier.
give you the introduction to how you would do it on your watch. If you press and hold any one of the faces, you just press the screen and hold it, it comes up and says, edit. You tap edit, and now you can edit this watch face. And let me pick a different watch face. So I pressed and hold the screen. It comes up and says edit. I can edit that watch face, or I can stream clear to the right and hit plus to add a new watch face. Now, I don't want to spend any more time on the watch doing this because it's much easier to do it on the iPhone. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the home screen by just pressing the crown, and it takes me back to whatever watch face I want. And then I'm going to switch to my phone. All of us have an application on our phone that looks like this. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is go there and click on it, and it opens up and says, here's the watch faces, Bill, that you have.
How do you find that application? On the phone?
You can't find, if you can't find your application, you can go to the app library, tap the app library and scroll down to where it says Apple Watch, I think. Is it Apple Watch is the name of it? Nope.
Yes, it's Apple Watch.
I'm talking about the app.
It was,
And you will
Got it.
only have that on there if you have an Apple Watch?
Got it.
it says
Yep,
my
it's-
watch.
It's,
It
No,
says
it's under-
watch.
if you go to the app library, it's under watch.
Yeah.
So it's in the W's.
Okay, I have a really quick question. I'm in Apple Watch, but my watch itself has two green buttons on the back that are jerking around with their green lights.
Now, don't worry about that right now. Those are some of the sensors, and
Okay, what are they sensing?
Your heart rate.
heart
Well,
rate,
you
blood
have the
pressure,
watch on.
whatever. Okay. So I'm switching now to the iPhone. And I'm going to tap the Apple Watch app. Here's the watch faces I currently have. So you'll notice I have quite a few.
How do you have lots of watch faces without just putting it on your watch? I mean, extra ones. What do you have?
They're all on my watch, all of those.
But you have put them on.
Yes. And how do you add a new watch face from here? Might be the question. Because Ann's kind of feeling deprived there. She only has 4. She wants more. Right? At the bottom of your screen, when you're looking at the Apple Watch app, it says Face Gallery.
Hmm.
Go ahead and tap on that. And just look at your screens for a minute, not mine. I mean, look at my screen and not yours. What they've done is they've organized these into new watch faces they've added recently. And then activity. So if you're into exercise a lot, here's a couple of apps for you. Artistic, there's a couple. Astronomy. Breathing, that's a cool one, by the way. California style apps or watch faces. Chronographs, chronograph pros. And they go on and on and on.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Can't you just have one face and put complications, your complications that you want on that one face, or how does
No,
that
you
work?
can't put you have to choose a watch face that has a lot of complications in order to modify them from what they come as.
Okay, I think.
In other words, if I choose the motion one here for one of the flowers, I think somebody had a butterfly,
Mhm.
Sharon did. But
Yeah.
it only has one complication or 2 complications on it.
Right.
The butterfly had your blood pressure and what else?
No, it don't, no, it,
Oh, not
it
blood-
has, let me finish. It has the capability of having one complications. Okay, that's all it
Okay.
has. And you can change that complication to be blood pressure or some other things.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's not, the complication is not fixed. It just shows you the one that it comes as. So it comes as this, and you can modify that. And that's what we're going to talk about. So let me pick the butterfly one just for an exercise. I'll pick the butterfly one. All right. And I just click add.
Hmm.
Wow, look at all the different things I can have in there. I could have jellyfish, flowers, or the butterflies. I'm going to tap add. Okay, and now I have the butterfly as one of my watch faces. So I go back now to my watch at the bottom. And I,
Bill, can I ask you something?
yes, please.
I wanted to ask you if we have different faces, do the different faces can you have several faces with different complications?
Absolutely.
Okay,
So I'm going to go to the butterfly now. Here's the faces I now have. I have all these and I've added butterfly at the end. So I'm going to tap on butterfly and I can edit now. And it says, oh, it has 3 complications. It has a weather at the top. In the middle, it has the date. And at the bottom, it has my heart rate. Do you see that? Weather. And if I wanted to change weather, I'll tap the arrow there. And here's the different things I can add to that. I could change it to be news. And now what it does is put the news app icon at the top of the screen. Or if I choose heart rate. Now I've got heart rate 2 places. I don't need that. AccuWeather. Okay. And I just put AccuWeather at the top. That's interesting. Okay. In the middle, I could have the date or the date with Friday the 23rd or just the 23rd.
Now, if you have all of these complications on there, how do you know what's on there and what your choices are? How do you decide with all these things what to put on there? And
what your choices are, you have to go to the complication, like at the bottom, it says blood pressure or beats per minute, heart rate. And if I tap that, it gives me the things I could put in there.
And where did you find complications?
I'm editing the, I'm looking, here's the watch faces. I tap on one watch face and it comes up and says complications.
Oh, okay. And that will tell you how many you have.
That tells you how many you have, where they are, and what they currently are.
All right.
So I have 3. I have one at the top, one in the middle, and one at the bottom. And the current thing that's in the top is AccuWeather. That one doesn't seem to do much. And you can turn it off if you don't want if you just like the butterfly, you can turn them all off. I'm going to tap your schedule. Right. Make sense?
Yes, so once you finish it, how do you get it to go to your face of your watch?
It's already there.
So I don't have to hit where it says share at the upper right, I don't do any of that.
Right, now if I go back, that face is on my watch, and let me just show
Oh,
you.
it is. It's like a miracle.
Now, what of the complication you just added do you see on your watch face?
What do you mean?
You had the 3 complications on your watch that you said you wanted on your watch face. Where do you see them on there? Because it looks like it's just time and date and something
Up
else.
here. Well, let me show you my watch. Hold on.
But it did one thing wrong.
Oh, sure.
It
Oh,
did.
you did one thing wrong.
No, it did.
No, it didn't.
I wanted battery and it's still showing me blood pressure. And I think it's in New Jersey because it's 55 degrees. So I did something wrong. Something's wrong. What could be wrong with
All
the
right, now you're looking at my watch face. There's my butterfly.
Yeah,
At the top there, it says 5 p.m. That's my next appointment. If I tap there, I'll get what it is. Right? It says I have lunch or dinner with Matt and Judy. Right?
Is there any way of seeing these on something other than your phone screen? The kind of thing where you showed what every version of the watch had and didn't have? Is there any way that you can see these and they explain what they have and don't have in something other than this tiny phone?
turn my watch off.
I'm not understanding what you're asking.
Okay, rather than looking on my phone, is there something I can bring up that explains these in more detail?
The complication is an application somewhere.
Right. No, I was saying, okay,
If I go to my phone and I go to the Apple Watch app and I tap on the one I want to talk about, let's talk about one that has a lot of complications on it. Here, that one. Okay,
nothing's on the screen.
you don't see anything up there, huh?
No.
Just a big black screen.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
I mean, the modular looks like it's really complicated just to not use complications, but complicated.
Hold on a minute. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Okay, I chose,
Modular?
no, I'm just going to pick one that has a lot of complications on
Modular does.
it. No, that's not enough.
Try California.
Yeah. I'm going to pick infograph here. Now, on infograph, it says I can change the color of things, right? If I wanted to. And I can, the intensity of the color. But then here's the complications, and look at all of them. For example, it says top left is currently the temperature. It's the temperature, and it tells me it's currently 71 degrees. I don't know if that's true right now, but that's the app. So what you're asking me is, what do these different things mean? There's the heart rate. There's the temperature. Find items. I'm not sure what that one is, but I'd try it out and see what it does. ECG. Cycle tracking. Battery level. Wow, I can put the battery level up there. So now my battery level's up there. Now what's on the screen right now is not, it's just a sample. I haven't activated that yet. The next one down is translate. So if I tap that, I could change it to some other feature. The bottom is a timer. Bottom right is activity. That's the circles. Your schedule is, where's that one? Sub-dial top. That's right up here. Now that's a sample. That's not what I have scheduled for myself. All right. Heart rate, no more there. Yeah. So there's all those different complications.
I'm not sure I understand.
I know you're not.
Bill, I have a
Right.
question.
Just let me finish, okay? So
Sorry.
now when I say go back to that watch face on my phone, on my watch, I mean, and let me show you that watch face now on the screen. Okay, so I know, I think that's the relative humidity is 88%. There's my appointment. The activity circles there at the bottom. If I want to do an ECG, I would just click that and it would do an ECG. I will do that right now just to show you that. I tap it and then I hold the phone, one finger on the crown and one finger and my thumb on the other side of the crown.
Where are your fingers?
My first finger is on the crown and my thumb is on the side of the opposite side of the watch. So I'm holding it, my watch is on my left wrist. I'm holding it with my, that's called the index finger and the thumb.
I think I only hold the crown. Is there,
Put your thumb on the other side.
Oh.
Just put your one finger on the crown. Don't press it, just gently
Okay.
hold it.
okay,
Bill? What the other lady was asking is, we see what you're doing very nicely. But I don't have an Apple Watch, but apparently when you look at it, to do all these changes, it is not as easy to see it because of the size. And she was wondering, is there any way that you can magnify it to make it larger that you can see what you're doing? Or do you have to actually use a magnifier?
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
it's tiny. The whole thing on your watch or your phone is small. And it has lots of complications. And is there any way to see this in another place where it's bigger?
That's why I was suggesting doing it on your phone.
Bigger than your phone?
Nope.
Bill,
That's as
Bill,
big
this
as
is
I can get.
Marcia. Can she increase the text size on her phone? Maybe she has too small of a text size.
I don't know. Is it about the size of mine?
I
Um,
think she's asking that if you wanted to see what your appointment is tonight at 5 o'clock, is there a complication that makes the letters bigger? I think that's what she's asking. I'm not sure. In other
If
words,
herself,
it's tiny on the watch. And so I think
You
she's
can-
asking, can the text be bigger on the watch?
if you tap it,
Mhm.
let me do it on my watch here.
Can I do any of these things on my iMac? Can I sync with my iMac so I can see it better?
Not that I know of.
Okay, anyway, everybody got that I need it larger so I can see it better because it's just too tiny even on my phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
mhm. Like the battery is large, you can see it's 86%. But some of the things are so tiny, I think that's what they're asking, but there probably is no way to make them bigger.
I mean, you only have so much surface area on your phone, on your watch, I mean.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay, if I tap there where it says my appointment with Judy, oh, I got that.
Mhm.
Hello, how are you today? And that's what it would be in Spanish.
Bill, may I ask my question now?
Of course.
On my phone, I pick the butterfly and I want the weather on the top, the middle date, Friday the 23rd, and the bottom, I put battery. When I
Okay.
tap on my watch, the butterfly is there, the temperature is 55 and it's still showing blood pressure. And I've chosen battery, and that's why I said, why are they different after I've picked them?
Now,
Is
let
there
me ask,
something
let me
else?
ask, let me ask a question.
Okay,
What comes up here?
mhm. I've had this problem before, and then I thought maybe I had to shut the phone off and reboot things.
So you're telling me those things aren't what you changed them to?
Right, on my phone, I got the butterfly, it's showing, top, I want the weather, the middle, I want the date spelled out, Friday 23rd, and the bottom, I definitely want the battery. And when I tap my watch, it shows 55 degrees, so I know that's not where we are now. It didn't pick up battery at the bottom, it shows blood pressure,
Hold on, what do you want at the top?
weather, the weather in Florida. So I checked my location and it's on, so I'm not sure that's got anything to do with it. I've had this trouble before trying to get them from here to the watch.
I don't know if you have the right weather, but okay. And you want
Well,
the date,
here on my sample on my phone, when I look at it, it says 72 degrees. When I tap on my watch, it says 55 degrees.
just a minute.
Yep,
And then you want it with the bottom, and what you want it to be?
battery,
Battery.
yep,
Oops.
yep.
So you want it to be that.
That's pretty much, at the top, I have the weather, yeah.
Okay?
Uh-huh,
Air quality level. I don't want the air quality. I want the weather.
hmm.
I don't see weather. Where do you get weather?
Well, where the word top was, I touched that and then it gave me the choice of weather.
No, I got air quality level.
Oh, maybe I
Okay.
have to hit more. No, that's not it. Mm-mm.
It could, how many weather apps do you have on your device?
3,
How many? 3. And is this particular one Apple's weather? Is it
no,
set up to give you the temperature, the priority temperature, or the only one to give you the temperature is Sarasota?
no, all 3 of them have Sarasota. And I use WeatherBug the most, so they all have Sarasota.
As the primary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then
Oh, maybe on my watch something's wrong.
no.
No,
It's
okay,
getting the data from the weather app on your phone.
okay.
And it's the Apple weather app. It's the one,
Yep, okay, I know which one that is.
okay? So just make sure that one, the first one there is Sarasota and not the second or third.
Oh, okay. So, now let me tap the watch again. Nope, still showing me blood pressure on the bottom, even though my sample shows battery. So I don't want to tie up the class, but I've had this problem before. I'm like, there's some silly thing.
Well, if you go to your phone,
Yep,
right now it's on my phone, right?
yep, yep.
And I'm tapping that app and I tap edit, you can modify the complications here as well.
All right. All right, I'm
So-
gonna play with that because I've had this trouble before.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the
Isn't it?
phone, it's correct. The minute I go over and tap my watch, it's like I didn't make those choices. That's why I asked you about the sharing. I was like, do I have to share it to the watch or something?
Are you,
I tried airdropping it. That didn't work either. I don't
No,
want to
but-
tie the class up. I appreciate it. I'll play with it.
okay, play with it a little bit.
I
Let me know
will.
what you find out.
Thanks.
You- In other words, if you cannot see what's on your watch to change it, you can make the changes on your iPhone, as long as you have the Apple Watch app on there.
Yes. Whatever
That's
you
what the lady
do,
was
you have-
asking.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
Whatever-
that now. I'm gonna try that.
Whatever you
Jane?
do,
The
Yeah.
changes you made on your Apple Watch on the iPhone, do you scroll all the way down and then click on set as current watch face?
That's what I'm gonna do right now because it's still showing blood pressure. So let me hit edit. Well, the only choice is, oh, wait a minute. Okay, so let's see. I was gonna say it gives me that red arrow to take it off. Let me. Yeah, all right, I'd like to edit the one with the flower. I'm not seeing any, I hit the word edit and now it's just showing me the red, minus sign to take it off. I'd like to do something to it.
Are you on your phone or your
I'm
iPad?
on my phone. I'm doing like she said, go to my faces.
Don't hit edit, Jean.
Okay,
Just click on the face that you want to change
okay, so I'll just click on it. Okay,
Right.
I did.
and then scroll all the way. Make sure your complications are in the right place that you want, and then scroll all the way down
Okay.
and
so
you'll
let me-
have set as current watch face.
Oh, okay, hold on. I think you're on to something there. Hold on.
I am.
You
At least
are.
on mine, it works.
No, but let me see. Okay, so the only thing I have to change now is I don't want heart rate.
Do you have two watch faces with the same watch face?
I do, because this
That
is
you-
what I like. I like the weather, the battery.
Hold on, hold on. If you have two watch faces the same, they can have different complications.
Okay, so now I've done that, what she said. I pressed on it. I put weather, the date the way I want it, and battery. And then she said something about make this my,
Scroll
Oh, I
all
see
the
it,
way
I
down
see it.
there.
I see it set as current watch face.
That should do it.
Okay, now I'm gonna look at my watch. Okay, and the only thing I have to change, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It does show battery, it does show the date. The weather's still wrong, but Bill gave me a hint of as why the weather is 55 degrees in Sarasota. So I'll take care of that.
Cool.
Thank you. That was a good hint.
I have another question regarding that. I have three things on the breeze. And one was heart rate, and one was cycling, and the other was workout or something. But the one at the bottom, which is cycling, doesn't come out when I have already said, make this the current watch face. And when the current watch face comes out, it's missing the one on the bottom that says cycling. Is that because it's on another watch face?
I have a feeling.
Shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, because the other, the workout one is on a couple of watch faces. In fact, on most of them.
Joanne, you were working on your phone?
Yes, I'm on the phone and I'm on all watches and Anne's Apple Watch. My faces, of which I have 5. And so I decided to use the Breathe just to try a new one. And I put into the Breathe the heart rate and the little guy running, which I guess is the workout. And as much as I'd like to put something else on there, I put on cycling. And the cycling doesn't, when I hit that and I say, this is the one, my watch face, And then I hit that, and when I go back for my watch face, I get the two on the top, the heart and the cycle and the workout, but I don't get cycling. It doesn't appear. Why is that?
Could it have anything to do with Ann's version of the watch?
It should
My
not.
my version is 6.
So I'm on my phone right now, Ann. So go to your phone.
I'm on it.
What phone, what watch face are you using?
I'm using one called Breathe. You said that was a good one.
What's it called? Breathe? Oh,
Breathe.
oh, that's an interesting.
Yeah.
Let me find it here.
I think you went by it.
Yeah, no, they're in alphabetical order. Which one of them did you
That's
pick?
it. Well, it's all the same. It's just one. That's
you picked-
different phases of Breathe.
No, no, no. These are different watch faces.
No, it goes from one to the other.
These are different watch faces, I believe. This one has complications on it. The next one over does not.
I'm using the first one.
Okay. So we got the first one. So you use simple, right? And then you said mine. What was the,
My
It's-
top left, I used heart rate. My
okay,
top right, I used
hold on.
heart rate. You got it.
Okay, and what's the top right?
Top right was workout,
Okay.
and the
bottom,
bottom one was cycling. And then I hit
Oh,
set
oh.
as current watch face.
where's cycling? I don't have a cycling.
Because it's not
On
set
there.
up in your health app.
Oh, well, it's in my health app, but put anything in. What's in your health app?
Health. You want health next? Oh,
Let's see.
I don't have health on here either.
Oh, my. Well, put anything. Mine just,
Okay,
put one that you've got on other apps, because mine is on not only the Breathe app, but it's on the other ones as well, the other watch faces as well. So put one that you've got, like maybe battery
tell
or
me which
something.
one to click on.
Cardiogram, do you have cardiogram on any of them?
There's cardiogram.
Okay, okay. So,
Now
oh,
I
that's,
tap add. Now I
yeah, that's
tap-
right. That's what I have. And then when I go down, scroll down
No,
and
no,
hit set,
Oh, wait. Did you tap add?
did I tap what?
Add. To add that watch face to your watch.
It doesn't say add.
Has to say add, right? Right.
I see where yours says it under Breathe, but mine does not say anything. Maybe because I've already done it, maybe because I've already added.
Does yours say face gallery here? Oh, yes. So now I've added that to my watch. So if I go to my watch now,
I'm sorry, I wasn't in Face Gallery, but
okay,
when I'm in Face Gallery, it says discrete, yeah, it says, oh, okay, now I can put add on, but I don't want to add what they've got.
you can change them.
Well, how do I change them there? I have mine says Face Gallery, and it looks just like yours. And it looks exactly like that. And it says breathe on top, so I add breathe, okay.
Oh, don't add it yet. Let's add the
Oh,
whole.
rats, I did. But it's still, but I have what I want on there when I go back.
Do you have? If you scroll down there, do you have mindfulness or whatever you put in there for your complications?
Yes, I have my complications as heart
Then
rate, workout, and
You
cycling.
could- Now you could have multiple breathe apps. I'm going to do it again. So now I have 2 or 3 breathe apps. When I go to my watch, I have 1, 2, I have 2 different breathe apps there.
We're not seeing your watch.
I know.
No, but on my watch, it has exactly what I don't want, which is
Hold on,
mindful.
hold on.
It didn't change it, in other words.
Well, that's because you're looking at the wrong breathe face.
Well, it's the one that I added everything to.
No. If it had. Okay, see mine? That's one watch face breathe. There's another one. I don't know how many you've added, but if you scroll, you may have another watch face there.
No, mine's turned black again, like we said before, and I tap on it and it doesn't light up. What it does is it goes from one of those breathe things down through the other, just like yours is doing now.
That's how the breathe works. You're supposed to be breathing with that little icon.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll get it later, Bill. I don't want to hold up the class.
But you probably have multiple of them. You have more than one.
I only opened one.
No, if you clicked add, you could have multiple.
Oh, boy.
How do you find the multiple? What do you do to look at the other faces?
Well, you just scroll from right to left or left to right.
By scroll, you mean you with your finger, you swipe, or?
You swipe from here and drag it this way, or from here and drag it that way.
Okay, and I still don't, oh, I'm sorry, I let Ann go ahead with looking for that, but I don't understand how you can add different faces and not replace the first one, that if you want to add a second face without replacing the first one, how do you do that? Like
It
you have,
automatic- It automatically does that.
okay, all right. I will
Every
try.
time you tap add, that's how I ended up with all these faces. There's one.
And you swipe to see what faces are there.
And what I'm doing is going from right to left. Left to right, actually. And these are the different faces I have.
Okay, thank you.
And this one's actually a video.
Bill, do
This
you
one-
have different things on your different faces, different complications or such on your
Depending on
faces?
depending on the face, you have different complications.
So if you were looking at your watch and you wanted to look at something particular on a complication, you would have to change to that face?
If you didn't have it on the face you were on, yeah.
Okay. So there's merit to having several faces.
Well, usually, for example, this one, not that one. This one has enough complications to keep you busy for a week.
Yes, I agree.
And I don't like 81% there, so I'm going to hold it, edit it, and I'm going to scroll over to there. And that's the battery level. So I'm going to change that to See if I have one for weather here. And as I said, not all applications not all apps. And I only get the air quality index on the weather, so. Let me pick stocks. There we go. So now I've got NVIDIA stock at this on this app, on this watch face. Okay. So I can predict how wealthy or not wealthy my son is. All right. Have we pretty well devoured faces here?
Yeah.
One of the things I hope you're learning as you're doing this is the ability to, for the gestures, sweep left, sweep right, tap and change something. Those kind of things is the main intention here. So you learn how to control or navigate your phone or your watch. Now, again, there's two different ways you can approach working with settings, and that's the next thing I'd like to cover is settings. I'd like to introduce that. And one, there's my watch on the screen. If I want to go to settings, I tap the crown once and I go to settings. And there's the settings that I can do on my watch. If I do the same thing on my phone, it's just a little easier.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with as small a screen and small text. So it's a little larger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Apple Watch app on my phone. And here I have settings. Okay.
I don't see settings.
When you tap the Apple Watch app on your phone, that is settings.
Settings.
Okay.
Okay.
And you have notifications, Apple View, dock. Let's first of all talk about the dock. Does anybody know what the dock is on your iPhone or your iPad?
It's what you have on the bottom that tells you
On the
what kind of
bottom.
Yes, it's on the bottom. Well, they also have a dock on the phone. I mean, it's on the watch. Now, it can only have 10 objects on it. And so what I put on it are the things that I go to most frequently. So if we tap dock, here's the things I have on. It's called my favorites. I don't choose recents, I choose favorites. And then I tap edit and I put the things I want up there. For example, I have mail, ECG, settings, translate, right? These are the different apps that I put on the dock, similar to what you would do on your phone or your iPad. Am I making sense to everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I will show you on the phone how you access them and how you do it. Instead of getting the 50 or 60 apps, if you go to the list menu, if you go to the dock, it will be a much shorter list and easier to get to.
So you should have a lot of them on the dock.
Well, I wouldn't put a lot. I would put only the ones that you want, that you use. Mail, settings, workout, maybe. I put remote camera, I put stocks, I put AccuWeather there, right? So I put the ones that I want to use frequently. The big one I use a lot is settings. And if I go to my so now I have my watch. And the way in which you get to the dock, and we talked about this button down here, side button, not the crown, but the side button. If you tap the side button once, that's your dock. And you can see that I have the apps there: Mail, ECG, Settings, Translate, Activity, Workout, Calendar, and Remote Camera.
I
So
have
those are-
all, I have all of these things on my dock, that I don't really have on my watch. I don't know where they came from or how you get rid of them.
You have them all on your watch.
Okay. I have, I have 3 of them on my watch, and I have another 4 that I don't have.
It's
Okay.
let me
Let me,
go there.
let me, let me revise that. How do I take something off on the list of favorites that is not a favorite?
You tap edit when you're on your
Ah,
phone and
okay.
remove it. Tap
Thank
the minus.
Is it possible that with all these 10 dock things that you have on a dock, when you look at it on your phone, you can't see them all because at one time and you have to swipe sideways?
I'm not sure what you're asking, Leah.
She was saying that she could only see 3 of the 7 or 8 docks that things that she had on her dock on her iPhone. Is it possible because the screen is smaller on the watch that it will only show you so many
Mhm.
at a time and you
can
have to
scroll.
swipe?
You can scroll them to see them all.
That's what I was asking.
Okay. Here are all the apps that I have on my device.
Which
Okay.
device?
What I'm looking at right now, I went to the Watch app. I tapped on Dock. And here's the apps that I have in my dock. Here's the ones I could add to the dock because they're on my watch.
Just like the iPhone and iPad.
Correct. And somebody's going to ask me this question. I'm going to try to figure out the answer. Hey, Bill, are you with us? If somebody's going to ask me the question, how do you remove an app from your watch you don't want there? I didn't hear that question.
How do you remove an app from your watch that you don't want there?
That's a good question. There it is. I'm looking at the Apple Watch application on my phone, and I scroll clear down to where it says available apps and installed on my watch. if I tap it, I can remove it from my watch. So if you don't want some of these apps on your watch, you can remove them. And then below that are all the apps you could add to your watch that are not currently there. So I'm in the Apple Watch app on my phone. And I scroll down to where it says installed on Apple Watch. So
I
if
don't-
I don't,
I don't
if I-
see, I don't see where you are.
I'm in the Apple Watch application on my phone.
Okay, how did you get to the application?
Okay, that's this application on the phone.
Right, I'm there.
Okay, if you open that and then scroll down quite a ways to where it says installed on Apple Watch. These are the applications that are on your watch.
Okay, I have a column that says favorites and then it says do not include, but I don't see anything that says installed.
Okay, you're in dock. I want
Okay.
you to hit the back arrow.
Back arrow. Okay. Whoop. Where's the back arrow? I feel like I am dumb here.
It's right at the top of the screen.
Okay, this is done. Oh, back. Okay, fine. All right.
Now, if you scroll down far enough, it'll say installed on my watch.
Oh, okay. Edit back. Apple Watch faces.
Keep going way down now. I don't want you to be on Apple Watch
Ah,
faces.
yes. Thank you. Sorry about that. This has been so confusing to me, at least.
Okay. So this is where you control what applications you have on your device.
How come you have so many available apps when I have just one?
How many apps do you have total? I have over 300.
Oh. Well,
That
I
makes-
only have a Series 6. What can I say?
I'm trying to be a good role model here and have everything. Anyway. So for example, if I don't want, let me pick one.
What is a walkie-talkie?
Yeah, we could talk about that later in advance. Where
Okay,
you can actually have your phone be a walkie-talkie and you're with family member at the mall and you have the two working together as walkie-talkies
okay,
versus making a phone call.
okay, thank you.
So I'm
And the
gonna
difference-
just,
Difference between Maps and Google Maps.
well, Maps is the Apple version and Google Maps is the Google version of a Maps program.
Thank you.
So I have Panera Bread there. I'm just going to take that off. Okay.
When you click on them, like walkie-talkie, it goes to another thing. How do I take it off?
Is it in the installed list?
Yes. Well, I'm not sure.
Look at the top of the list and it will
Right.
tell you.
Okay, I have notifications, app view, doc,
I know.
my, At the top, it says Kathleen's Apple Watch. Am I in the right place?
I don't think you can remove app walkie-talkie.
Okay, all right,
No, you can't.
okay, all right, thank you.
Whenever that you, Panero app that you deleted from your watch went to the category that says that can be installed.
Correct.
Correct. Correct.
So it doesn't leave your system at all. So if you wanted to put it back on, you could do that.
Well, you could delete the app from your phone. For example, American Airlines there, if I deleted the American Airlines app from my phone, it would delete it from the watch as well, or delete it from the list of available apps.
But you could put it back on if you found it and wanted to get it back on.
Correct. Okay,
We're gonna cover this next week, right?
which is that what?
What we're doing now and further,
Yes.
okay, thank you.
We're going to continue on settings, right? And then we'll talk about some other features. We'll talk about the control center, notifications. And those kinds of things.
I would suggest when you start us next week that you show us again how to do the mirroring
Why is the mirroring important to you?
so that you can use your iPhone to do the settings on your whatever
The only reason the mirroring is important is for me to display it to you from my computer.
okay, but could we not do the settings then on our on the iPhone and transfer them to the
That's what-
iWatch?
That's Leah, that's what the Apple Watch app does on your phone.
That's what I thought. That's why I was saying, that's why you.
It has nothing to do with mirroring.
Mirroring. That's a different function,
Yes,
that the watch is automatically synced to your phone.
Now, what does it mean?
now hold on.
Okay,
I shouldn't have told you about mirroring.
No.
Whatever you do on the Apple Watch app on your phone, and I'll use that word, synchronizes with your watch.
That makes more sense.
Okay,
You have to make sure that you have the Apple Watch app on your phone.
you can't get rid of it.
Thank you.
I don't think you can get rid of it. Let me try. Yeah, you could, but that would be kind of a travesty if you got rid of it.
That would be suicide. Bill, I have a dumb question.
Hopefully it would say, I don't know if you want to do this or not, but what's the question?
The question is, I use my iPad a lot. Is there a reason that you can think of that Apple would not allow that Apple Watch app to be on your iPad as well? Because for me, it's bigger. You cannot put it on the iPad. I've tried.
Correct.
Be because you're more apt to have your iPhone with you when you're not at home or when you're not using your iPad.
Yeah. For sure.
I didn't mention to many of you, your Apple Watch, not only does it come with Series 1, 2 through Series 8, the Series 8 comes with additional features. One of them is you don't need your phone to make a phone call. In other words, it has cell phone capability built into it.
Bill,
It's a-
only because I've been in the process of doing exchanges, only if you buy the one with cellular.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to buy the
Sorry.
cellular feature and you have to pay your service provider for your phone an additional, it's
10
not much,
bucks.
but an additional fee. Okay? So if you're considering buying a watch, you can, and you want it to work when you don't have your phone around. In other words, you want it to be able to make a phone call when your phone's not nearby, then you have to get the cellular feature.
Bill, back to, if it's okay, back to the list that was there. And if you select something, it says allow notifications. What does that mean?
And we postpone that till, by the way, it's the same as it is on your phone or your iPad. Right? You have notifications on your phone, you have notifications on your iPad. To get to them on your phone, you would put your finger in the upper left-hand corner and pull down. Those are the notifications that
Oh,
you see there. You
okay,
have
so
this capability and you can control those notifications on your phone by going to settings and notifications. And then you can go to any one of the apps and allow or not allow them to send you notifications. It's the same feature that's on your watch. So if I go to my watch settings,
how about hand washing?
I didn't find that one to be working very well, but yes.
And why would you want a notification for that?
Because you're anal.
Apple Watch can detect when you're washing your hands and start a 20-second timer. And you can get notifications about that.
It's
if
a
you
good
want to.
feature.
So if I'm washing my hands nearby, it will let me, I have to
You have
push
to
on
have your
the,
watch on.
and I have to push on the hand washing, whatever it is.
I don't know. I think it detects it. I'm not sure
It's
how.
automatic. I have it. It's automatic and it's good because it makes you wash your hands for as long as the health department says you should be washing them.
Okay, I should do that. Yes, thank you. Not too late now, but I can start. Thank you.
Bill, this is Marcia. Can we go back to the telephone use of your watch? I can receive calls on my phone, but I don't know how to initiate one.
From your watch, you mean?
Correct.
All you do is ask Siri to make a call.
Yep.
Or you go to,
Oh.
or you go.
I've not used Siri on my watch yet.
Okay, watch. I'm gonna call Ann Ross. Call Ann Ross.
Calling Ann Ross, mobile.
And her phone's ring.
It sure is ringing. Yes. Hello.
Oh, I'm gonna
Okay,
hang up.
thank you very
here.
much. I appreciate that.
I think you can also go to contacts on your phone. On your watch, I mean. So you would have to go to the contact app. Assuming you have it here. And I would go down here to Ann Ross. Oh, it's gonna take a while. We're in the M's. It's a lot easier to use Siri.
It is.
So do I have to have the contact app on my phone in order to use Siri?
Probably. And there's Ann, and I can call her, right? There's, oh, I'm sorry about that. Hold on.
Who put the contacts on the phone?
Well, we'll get back there in a minute. Hold on. You did.
Oh, wow. They go on forever.
You have them on there?
Tons of them.
Yeah, how about that? There we go. So I found Ann Ross on my phone. It came up and have her picture and everything. And I can send her a message from my phone. I can send her an email. I can even walkie-talkie to her. Right? So if I want to send her a message, I would tap message and create a message. And now here's where the problem comes in. Right? Very little, right? If I want to really type a message, I would tap there. Oh, there's the microphone. Thank God.
Yeah, amen.
Hi, Ann. How are you today, Ann? And then I would say done. It says Jan. If you got that message, Ann, don't worry about it.
But I'm supposed to get it on my watch, right?
No, it can be on your watch or your
phone or your
phone,
iPad.
or your iPad, right?
It looks like when you use Siri, you lose the mirroring.
Did I?
Yes.
Let me try
Yes.
it.
I didn't get the message, Bill.
I probably didn't send it. Yeah, I lost it all together now, Bill.
Bill, do you use the, whatever, the button to activate Siri?
Use the crown
The crown.
and you press and hold it.
If you go into the Siri section on your Apple Watch, you can actually set it so that if you raise your hand, you can just say HEYSIRI,
Okay.
which
So
may
that's-
be easy, may be easier when you're driving.
That's Siri settings on the watch.
Yeah. So go to the watch app,
Okay, I
go
went
to
to the watch
Siri,
app.
go to Siri.
Go to Siri.
Yep, and
turn that
you
on.
actually have it enabled raised to speak. So if you I just raise it vertically or horizontally, whichever, vertically. My
You raise
wrist,
your hand.
yeah.
You're asking for Siri to pay attention to the teacher, right? Good. Now I want to try something.
Uh-oh.
Call Ann Ross.
Calling Ann Ross. Mobile.
Okay, I didn't lose. I just turned it off, Ann, so it's not going to call you again. But I didn't lose the capability to mirror, which Bill thought I would lose. All right.
Can I ask one more question in the same regard? How
Sure.
do you if I answer a call on my watch and then I want to pick up the call on my phone, how do I switch it from my watch to my phone? Or do I have to redial them?
No, there's a way to do it, and I'm not sure how. Go ahead and
Bill,
call me.
I think on the phone, there'll be a teeny little green phone in either the upper
On the
right or
upper
upper
left.
left.
On the upper left-hand corner of your phone. So with somebody call me and I will answer on my watch and then I'll transfer it to my phone. So somebody give me a call. Hey, Bill, you with me? No? Yes?
I'll call you.
Okay, go ahead. Somebody already did.
Okay.
So I answered on my phone, on my watch. Come on, Sharon.
And there
So-
it is, upper left.
And you don't see it.
Yes, you do, upper left.
See where? The green?
That green.
That green button.
See where the time is green up here?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
I
if
don't know why it changed because it was a watch icon.
I know. So if I touch that,
There you go.
and now I'm talking to Ann on my phone.
Mhm.
Oh,
Hi,
great.
Ann.
Yeah.
How are you? I called me, you called me and I answered on my watch.
They called you on my.
Then I switched. That's right. And I tapped the little green thing at the top left on my phone.
Okay,
Fantastic.
thanks.
Mhm.
An engineer died and reported to the pearly gates. An intern, Angel, filling in for St. Peter, checked his dossier and grimly said, "Oh, you're an engineer. You're in the wrong place." So the engineer was cast down from the grate to the gates of hell and was let in. Pretty soon, the engineer became gravely dissatisfied with the level of comfort in hell and began designing and building improvements. After a while, the underworld had air conditioning, flush toilets, escalators, and the engineer was becoming very popular among all the demons. One day, God called Satan up and asked how, with a sneer, "So how things going down there, buddy?" Satan laughed and replied, "Hey, things are great. We got air conditioning, flush toilets, escalators, and there's no telling what else this engineer is going to come up with next." God's face clouded over, and he was really kind of dissatisfied. "What? You've got an engineer? That's a mistake. He should never have been set down there. Send him back up here." Satan shook his head. "No way. I'm having an engineer on my staff, and I'm keeping him." God was so mad. In fact, madder than he'd ever been before. "This is not the way things are supposed to work. You should send him back now. Send him back now or I'll sue." Satan laughed uproariously. "Yeah, you're right. And just where are you going to get the lawyer?"
Yeah, they're all in, yeah.
You got to think about that one.
Yeah.
Bill,
Yes,
could I ask a question about last week? I called
Sure.
you because I have my phone, somebody got on and took my Apple ID. And they sent me an email that, "Did you change your ID?" And I said, "No," so I changed it, but it removed all my emails. So I didn't
Okay.
have any.
When
email.
they sent, how did you change your Apple ID?
You can't do that.
Oh, well, they told me to change my password.
How did you change it?
Let's say I went where they said to do it.
Ah,
That's
okay,
why I want.
you have been scammed.
Who's
That's what-
they? Yeah.
So what can I do? I mean, I'm getting them now. I'm getting all my
Okay.
emails, but the
Go
email,
to, go to settings.
okay,
Hopefully you can do this. They may have gotten ahead of you, but go to settings,
okay,
tap your name at the top.
okay.
It says password and security. Tap that.
Word, security. Okay,
And it says change password.
change password.
I need you to change it again.
Okay,
And hopefully they haven't changed it. Okay,
so
change password, put in your passcode there,
okay,
and then type in the new password twice.
okay.
And you can make it the same as your old one because they don't have that one.
The real old one?
Well, change it to something new.
Yeah, I think that's probably the thing to do. But I don't have your class from last week, and I remember you teaching that you could find your Apple ID, how to find it, to make sure I was gonna go back and check if it got changed, and I can't remember that, and I was wondering, would you mind sending last week's class?
I sent it to you.
You did already? Well,
Yep.
I didn't receive it.
I'll send it again, Mary.
Okay, I'm sorry to bother you, but I'll,
But do this right now. Change your password.
okay, all right, will do. Thank you so much. You
Okay.
have a good day. Thank you.
You too. All right. Okay. A couple of questions. And this one, Leah can answer one or two, but then after that, we have to ask her not to talk. Mississippi has 4 S's and 1 I. Oh, no, 4 S's and 4 I's. Can you spell it? Can you spell that without using S's or I's?
THAT. Or
maybe-
IT.
Can you spell that? THAT, yes.
Yeah, I did that, but my mute wouldn't work. I'm unmuted.
A girl fell off a 20-foot ladder, but she wasn't hurt. How come?
She fell on a pillow.
Ladder's on the
The
ground.
ladder was on the ground.
Oh,
She was at the bottom rung of the ladder, right?
oh, that's good.
You're in a race and you pass the person in second place. What place are you now in?
First or third.
First.
You're in second place.
Yes.
Okay. What 4-letter word can be written forward, backward, and upside down and can still read from left to right? Ooh.
Auto. Auto.
Auto, AUTO,
OTTO.
OTTO. No, the T's would be upside down.
How about noon? NOON.
How about noon? That's right. What's at the end of the rainbow? Everybody should know that.
A bucket. Bucket.
How about a W?
Oh. Yes.
Okay, one more. What word is always spelled wrong?
Wrong.
WRONG, wrong.
All right, everybody. Have a good week.
You too.
We're skipping next week, and the following week we will have this session 2 of Apple Watch.
I don't
Hopefully
own one, but I'm beginning to wonder why not, and beginning to confirm why not.
you should get one. You're
You
kind
should.
of up on this, but lady.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
Bill.
week.
Thanks, Bill.
Yes.
Thanks, excellent class. Thank you.
Take care, everybody. Have a good week.
Too.
Bill, thanks. This is Joan. I'm sorry I was late, but I got the last part and I'll watch the recording.
All
And
right.
I missed last week because I was late at the airport. I had planned my trip to return in
Yeah.
time for your Zoom, but then there was a delay at the airport. So
Okay.
I watched that one too. Thanks a lot.
Take care.